Hello everyone! Cheshire the Cat on the scene, back with more Danganronpa 2 into the 4th class trial. I think we're nearing the end of it here. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. The contradiction being... Alright, I forgot. Oh, the clock on Nekomaru.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
Now the cause Nekomaru's death rang at 7:30 a.m., but we discovered the body before 7 a.m. I need to crush one possibility at a time if I'm going to break through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Oh wait,
7 a.m.,
it's a radio clock, so...
But the alarm inside was set for 7. Nekomaru died.
His time of death and the time the one of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock.
Right there.
No, that's wrong.
They couldn't have because it's a radio clock.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we misunderstanding something. Focus. We should be able to answer that mystery. Why is Gundam blushing so cute? Oh boy, another Sonic Riders quest. Let's go! Go, baby, go! Oh god. Oh god. Where did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer is, the murder that happened, the time in the building. Hold on! They could have seen the body at 7 p.m. Oh god, this is how far back it's gonna take me. Also, why did I make a perfect Crash Bandicoot sound with that? Which clock was tampered with? Nekomaru's radio clock, the building's clocks. Both? Ah, crap! Just the building's clocks, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. Simply, which house at the wrong time? Both houses? If all the clocks were tampered with, then yeah.
It's all coming together. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Making us think it was AM instead of PM.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
That explains why Monokuma was upset about everyone missing Monokuma Taichi.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
They just had to flip AM to PM on all of them. That would have been easy. And it would have covered up when Nekomaru actually died.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Thank you for follow.
It would have been a great clue.
Thank you.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
Thank you for the scream, Akatsuki.
If Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Hello, Akatsuki. Welcome to the stream. Get comfy, get cozy. I hope you are enjoying yourself. My name is Xeshire the Cat. I am a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, blah, 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 blah. Shameless advertisement here. I'm here to play more Danganronpa. I hope you're enjoying yourself. How much time did the killer just building by?
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
What the?
Problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In
It would have been a
Cinnamon Bun, thank you for the raid!
We would have heard it too.
There's no point in
Hold on, I'll get back to the text box. Ah! Thank you so much for the raid! How was your stream? Let me give you a quick shout out. Except, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Hi, yes! Sorry, I won't be playing a clip because I'm recording for YouTube, but hi, how are you doing today? I hope your stream went well. Why is it not doing shout out? Streamlabs, do your job. Pretty please. It was a long 6 hours with Valorant, Apex, and Genshin. Ooh. Too many rules, too much text. Yeah, I had to update the rules recently. Sorry about that. Really, the baseline of it is just be comfy, cozy, and respectful of others. Alrighty. Now then, time to figure out how the killer... We are currently in the middle of Danganronpa 2's 4th case. And discover... So anyone who may be playing Danganronpa 2 and is worried about spoilers, this is getting past the second half of the game. Still beyond that, I hope we're comfy and cozy and enjoy a game about Moira!
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Crazy stuff about this game. Oh, it's insane.
Any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
Oh, that was it. The sound when he fell.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. It does not exist in this world.
That actually does.
If the time in the building was all messed, then we can only rely on the time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
No. No, that part's right. So...
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Then we can only rely on the time of death was clearly 7.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow? If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Ag! It is insane. I've seen the show and played part of it. I absolutely love this series so far. I finished the first game last year, and I wanted to do a playthrough this year. But I'm having a little bit of a hard time narrowing down which bullet I'm supposed to be using here.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Clock's alarmed.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would
Oh! Wait a minute.
Or his scream.
The alarm time would have
There's
contradicted.
no point in saying if does not exist in this world.
If the time in the building was all, then
Right.
we can only rely on the time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Ah, come on! I thought I was onto something there. Oh my god, there's so much going on. Yeah, what we're trying to figure out is, the person who killed Nekomaru messed with all the clocks in the tower to hide his actual time of death, but didn't count on this internal clock that he has in his robot body. There's a lot to explain there. So, something was... So I'm trying to figure out which
If the time in the
of these
building
bullets
was
I'm
all
supposed to be
messed up,
using.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can be... If only I heard the sound when he fell.
No.
It would have been a great clue.
Come on, fast rid of it. No.
He's not the type to let out a...
Only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough.
Ah! Bro, how do you even play? There's so much to click on. You get used to it after a while, but this tells me that we're nearing, like, one of the last cases of the game, because it's suddenly getting really difficult. Okay, hold on. So what you do is you take the truth bullets, line them up, and you have to look for evidence and either contradict it or agree with it. So... You need to play Danganronpa 1 before 2. Yes and no. They are technically two different stories, and 2 has a better storyline, but it helps. Also, do you recommend I watch the anime before playing? Okay, so I'm gonna share what I've been told just because this is a little bit weird. What I've been told is to play the first game, play the second game, and then there's a side game called Ultra Despair Girls. Then watch the anime. Because the anime had 3 seasons. First season being the first game, second being the second game. But then they had a weird OVA that basically ended the storyline. And then they released Danganronpa V3, which is like, it's almost like a reboot. I'm not sure. It's weird. It's weird to explain. If you are unable to play the first game, I know I just did shameless advertisement. but I do have a playthrough of the entire first Danganronpa game on my YouTube channel. So if you're unable to play it, you can check it out there. Because, yeah. I gotta slide that shameless advertisement in there somewhere. Wah. But consider playing it. I highly suggest playing it. The first game is really good, but the second game is way darker, but way cooler.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Akane heard
then we
it.
can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Let me see.
Time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, no, that's right.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Akane did. I like dark. This one's messed up. Like, the first one gets kinda dark, but this one really, like, messes with your head.
Rumbling noise?
Rumbling? I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
That smells beautiful too.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning. Huh? You can tell? I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge. Excellent work, Akane!
5:30 a.m. 2 hours.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only
If
Nekomaru?
you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Possessing of the time, the caller wants to use a specific thing. The Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So he was seeing Nekomaru going to the Monokuma Tai
He was heading
Chi.
over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
This is really elaborate for a murder.
Think about it. I realized what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early! He didn't even ask you yet!
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone would ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! Well, how
should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Miss Sonia?
I remember. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. There was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right?
You're the only one!
Nagito?
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
Good night, Nova. Rest well.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
Because they were in the luxury rooms?
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
The luxury rooms.
Still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
They soundproofed the walls so that they could sleep better? But there is one person who also had a luxury room, but came anyway. So let's see if I'm right. What? What? Okay. D. Oh, deluxe room. Give me an X. Oh, that's not fair. Crap. There. Sheesh. Luxury. Oh, come on.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by their quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room has so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Can I punch him?
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why
Yeah.
does that lead to who the killer is?
It actually does expose who it is. Because it's the only person who would have known to come out at that time.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Which is what we will do in the next episode. Until then, this is Cheshire the Cat, signing off. Till then, take care, ta-ta for now.